The female doctor had performed a free surgery for a patient out of compassion, but to her surprise, the patient's family not only showed no gratitude but also caused a scene in the hospital, demanding to be transferred to a VIP ward. Seeing this, the female doctor walked in to understand the situation and explained that the surgery was scheduled for the next day and that this special care room had been secured with great difficulty. She asked them to make do for the night, but the patient's son retorted, completely disregarding how the female doctor had helped them before. Just a few days earlier, the female doctor had returned from a business trip when she heard that a man was being urgently treated in the operating room due to the critical injury near his heart. The hospital director, worried that others couldn't handle the surgery, asked the female doctor to assist. However, as soon as she changed into her scrubs, the monitors showed the man was on the verge of death. The surgical team immediately performed defibrillation, but the man showed no response. His heart rate even flatlined. Realizing the man had died, the family collapsed to the ground, wailing in despair. The hospital director apologized, but just as he was offering condolences, the female doctor noticed through the monitor that the man could still be saved. Under the stunned gazes of everyone present, the female doctor rushed into the operating room and began manually massaging the man's heart. The director suddenly remembered that manual compression could simulate myocardial contractions and potentially revive cardiac function. Sure enough, with a gasp of amazement from the director, the man's heart rate gradually returned. Instantly, everyone regarded the female doctor with deep respect, and the man's wife even cried out, calling her their savior and vowing to repay her for the rest of her life. However, the female doctor's expression remained grave. She quickly helped the woman up and explained that the man's condition was only temporarily stabilized. His heart was averted, and to save his life, he urgently needed a ventricular reconstruction surgery. Not only was the procedure highly complex, but the cost would also exceed $1,000,000. Upon hearing this, the wife was thunderstruck once again. Since her husband fell ill, she had exhausted all their savings, and now even 100 yuan was beyond her means, let alone $1,000,000. She knelt again, begging the female doctor to find a solution, even threatening to stay kneeling forever if she refused. Moved by compassion, the female doctor turned to the director and offered to advance the payment herself, with plans to apply for charitable funds later. The director, seeing no other option, instructed the nurses to arrange a ward for the family. Yet, the next day, while the director and the female doctor were making rounds, they heard a man shouting loudly, complaining that the hospital had taken their money but provided a terrible ward without even a proper guest bed. The female doctor entered and realized the troublemaker was the patient's son. She tried to reason with him, but